Yo, what's up, my people? What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Sunday to everybody. Today is April 27th. I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ because with Him, all things is possible. Can't say top of the morning because it's not the morning, it's the afternoon. So I'm so used to saying that. But peace to everybody, man. I hope everybody's feeling blessed, appreciated, and thankful for seeing another day. Safe travels to everybody out there moving. Gonna get ready to get into some boxing talk today, but safe travels to everybody out there, man. All right, we had Chris Eubanks, which is kind of Benn last night. So we're going to get into that and a few other things. So let's not waste any time. So for my newcomers, my regulars, everyone, welcome to the No Doug Zone podcast. Let's go. Underrated one, what's up, my brother?
Good with you.
Nothing, man. I was in here getting myself together, man. Man, this weather's crazy. Weather crazy. It was hot, then it's kind of flip flopping. It's going back to being cool.
Yeah.
Man, what can we do, man? This weather's unbelievable.
Mhm.
D free, I see you, my guy. What's up with y'all? How you feeling? How you feeling? Underrated?
Yeah. You see the comment I put in the chat, right?
Yeah, yeah. He did his thing last night, even though he lost, man.
You did his thing,
For,
yeah.
let me tell you, man. Let's get straight to the point. We ain't gonna sugarcoat it. That was a hell of a fight last night.
Yes, it was.
It was way better than I thought. Um, I was never a big fan of neither one. And that's just me being honest, because people will go, "Well, how could you not be?" If you're not, you're not. From the time that bell rung, man, it was on. There wasn't one round where it was boring. Um, because I didn't get to actually see it live when it came on. I actually watched it again this morning, and I didn't watch the highlights. I watched the full fight. It didn't skip
Mhm.
no rounds. It didn't skip anything. It went 12 straight. I got to see it, and um, give me your opinion on it. When you saw it, what did you think? What was your thoughts on it?
Conor Ben came to fight. Both of them came
Yeah,
to fight, but he didn't fight. Like I said, the one thing that he kept his emotions intact and he fought. And that was,
yeah,
like I said before, that was a concern of me when we was talking about like 2 days ago.
yeah,
The corner did a great job. They did a great job. Keep their composure, keep him composed, and he came to fight. He came to fight.
yeah. Uh, at the first round, the way he came at him, and I knew it was he didn't like him. He probably had the "you slap me with them eggs," all that. I'm sure was in the back of his mind.
Yeah.
As soon as this first round comes, I'm gonna try to annihilate this guy because that's all in the back of your mind. So when I first seen that in the first round, I go, "Oh man, is Ben gonna be able to control his emotions?"
Yeah.
That's the first thing you're thinking about. Is forget the strategy, forget the game plan, right? For a moment, will he be able to control his emotions? And Conor Ben to me did pretty damn good in that, man. He did pretty good in the fight, period. My brother D Free, what's going on?
What's good?
What's going on, Free? Uh Damn, Free, what did you think about last night? That was way better than I thought, man. That was a good scrap.
Pretty much happened the way I said it was going to happen. Cotton Ben came out there early, a lot of emotion, throwing big haymakers, and Eubanks survived the early onslaught by Carter Ben, and then he continued to beat him up in the second half of the fight. He warmed down. Conor Benn was out there tied. At one point, it looked like Eubanks was going to stop Conor Benn. But Eubanks was also spent because he had a bad weight camp, so he didn't have his legs under him. So they talking about it's supposed to be a rematch. I think
Yeah, September.
I think in the rematch, if Eubanks weight camp is better, I think Eubanks possibly stops Conor Benn.
Yeah. Damn. I believe that last round, I was like, shit, man. I thought Eubanks was gonna do it.
Well,
He looked like he was about to do it. I said, damn, he looked like he about to stop Ben. I said, shit. And that was just, gentlemen, that was just Tay, what's up, sis? I see you, my Long Island sister. That was just way better than I thought. I never predicted how it was gonna go. I wasn't sure how it was gonna go. I've never really, like I said, I've never been a fan of either one. But that shit last night was is what you call boxing.
yeah.
But that first round, I was a little concerned because I was like, damn, Conor Benn, I'm gonna need you to hold it together because I didn't know, man. I know, like I was saying, he had the slap in his mind. It's already been them not liking each other. They were supposed to have fought before, and then for some reason the fight was canceled. So it's a history between not just them but the fathers. So it was a lot going on in their mind, man. But for the most part, man, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, Conor Benn was the reason why the fight didn't happen before. He popped dirty on PEDs.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but to see what he looked like off PEDs, he still looked pretty good. He said
no power.
No power.
I mean, he hit Eubanks a couple times, swinging a big hook. I mean, it looked like he might have hurt Eubanks later in the fight, but the early portion of the fight when he did hit Eubanks, it didn't really bother him for the most part.
Yeah.
But yeah, since he been off of those PEDs, he ain't had no power.
Yeah. I already knew he was gonna come with that. I knew D3 was gonna come with that. Hey.
I mean, I've been saying it since I've seen him come back. When he got in there with who was the dude that he had fought when he came back?
Wasn't Pete Dobson, was it?
No.
Was that Pete Dobson? Did he came back
it
before?
It was Pete Dotson. It was Pete Dotson.
Okay, yeah, Pete Dobson, my BX brother.
Yeah, he couldn't stop Pete Dotson. He hit Pete Dotson with some clean shots. He couldn't stop him. I was like, yeah, he don't look like he has the power no more.
It was amazing. Even looking at both of their fights, I mean, looking at both of their faces, at the press after, and I was like, damn. Yeah. I said they were in for they look. Let me tell you, I was so interested in it that I was like, you know what? Shit, I don't mind them running it back. But that's before I found out that the people announcing it was saying that it was a rematch clause. I said, oh, well, we're gonna see it again anyway. Then they started saying September, and I'm like, oh, all right, well, shit, let's get it on. I'm interested in seeing it again.
I hope Turkey don't do like he doing this daggone May 2nd fight. Have that daggone rematch the day after or the day before Canelo Alvarez.
You know what? Damn it! I didn't even think of that.
He ain't doing them fighters no justice because
damn, I didn't think of that.
Ain't nobody gonna sit there and keep trying to pay to see both these fights.
Well, far as the May 2nd, which is this week, A lot of people, you know, with the media workout and it's open to the public, it's going to be a big thing. But, you know, people going to watch that Canelo. No disrespect to all the fighters that's on May 2nd card, but they're going to pay for that. They're going to pay. They're going to see they going to see that Canelo.
Most people I hear, they said no. They more interested in the May 2nd card. They ain't worried about the Canelo card.
They said they into May 2nd.
I mean, William Scholars ain't nobody, so they not really worried about Canelo. They worried about.
Well, you know, for the true Canelo fans, they're gonna tune into that.
I don't count Canelo fans because most of them don't watch boxing unless Canelo's fighting.
You know that already.
I don't count them. I'm talking about.
I'm not. You know, I went to the press only because that's the press. But as far as me watching this Saturday, it's quiet.
Yeah.
It's quiet for that.
I'm just looking at the actual boxing fans. They're more so looking at the May 2nd card because it's the more meaningful card. Far as you want to see how Devin is going to come back. You want to see the T.O. and Barbosa fight. Not really cared about. Most people don't really care about the daggone Ryan and Rolly fight. Everybody pretty much figure Ryan is going to knock Rolly out. And there's a couple of people believe that Rolly could possibly knock Ryan out, which it is possible.
Lord Jesus.
It is possible that Rolly can knock Ryan out if he catch him with a big shot. But Rolly, since he fought Tank Davis, he's been hurt or dropped in every fight he had since then.
Yeah.
So I mean, everybody pretty much figured Ryan is going to knock him out. So nobody really cares about the Ryan fight. Like I said, it's the more meaningful fight.
Yeah, it is. I didn't think about it. Damn, Turkey. Yeah, they have this rematch in September. And when's the Canelo and Crawford? What's the date for that? If there is a date?
It's going to be somewhere around Cinco de Mayo. Is that Cinco de Mayo or is it
No, Cinco de Mayo is
Cinco de Mayo this weekend. It's the other one. It's the other holiday for Mexican. It's that other Mexican holiday. I can't think of the name of it.
Well, I don't know what he's going to do for that, but I'm definitely going to tune in to Canelo and Crawford. So hopefully he does not do all this in the same week.
Oh no, they hope they just separated, you know.
Because one thing I could say is that when that Canelo and Crawford happened and they get ready to do their tour, which you know they do that, I'm sure when they do their press, the press always happens here in New York. So I cannot wait for that when that happens. That's going to be major. We'll see what happens because it seems like it's always a competition thing, and I'm not paying like you just said, Free. I'm not paying for 2 pay-per-views back to back. I'm damn sure. I don't even know if I'm Saturday. I don't even know. I mean Friday. I don't even know about that. For what I know is open to the public. I'm gonna attend to that, but I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna pay for Friday and Saturday. That's just not happening.
Yeah, I might catch the train up there and watch the fight on the big screen, and then catch the train back and go to work.
Are you gonna be able to do all that in one day?
No, I was being facetious.
Yeah, I know you are, because I was like, there's no way in hell you're gonna do that. I was like, Free over here capping. There ain't no way in hell he's about to do that. He played too damn much, man. He know damn well he ain't about to do all that one day and go to work. Shit. He made it seem like he only an hour away. Shit.
Hey, I still have my daggone little app on my phone where I can watch all the fights that I want to watch.
Yeah, it's not but last night, because I was thinking, was last night going to be one of those fights where we've been having great fights for the year so far, and we go, okay, here comes this fight. What's going to happen in this? Is this something that we could talk about? And I got surprised. It was pretty damn good. It was round by round. It was good. You know, it wasn't a time where I sat down because I'm looking at it, and every time somebody got hit, when Conor hit him, when Eubanks hit him, I'm like, damn, and then it was good. It wasn't, to me, in my opinion, there wasn't one boring round where I was just like,
No,
come on, yo. The
the only
referee got on my nerve. The referee got on my nerve a little bit. I don't know about y'all, but if for some reason dude was just aggravating me, I don't know.
I
Now,
just didn't like the fact that he just kept warning Chris Eubanks. I was like, you got to say something to Conor Benn at
Yeah, he
least
was he
once
was
in the
annoying
fight.
me, and now on top of that, you gonna make them touch gloves, man. Dude, them dudes ain't gotta touch gloves for
I,
real,
I
man.
hate I hate when they do that, though. That shit aggravates
And he
the
gonna
hell
say,
out of
"Come
me.
here." He's calling them like they kids. Come here. Man, I ain't gotta
yeah.
touch that man's glove, man. The hell you gonna
No,
fire me? You gonna take a
no,
point if I don't touch his glove?
no. I hate when referees do that. If the guys don't want to touch gloves, they
You
don't
don't
have
have
to.
to.
That's like I
Like,
like when the referees say, "Well, touch gloves if y'all want to." I like those referees. I'm like, okay, y'all. I know it's animosity between y'all. So if y'all want to touch gloves, go ahead. If y'all don't, go back to your corner.
I mean,
I
we
hate
already
when
got listen. We already got to touch gloves in the last round. The hell,
yeah,
we got
I'm
to
like,
keep touching gloves for.
I'm not. If I'm boxing and I got animosity towards somebody, I'm not touching no gloves. Like,
I'm not
referee,
touching
like,
you, dude.
referee,
But
like,
what you gonna do?
come here. What you want?
Come here, what? And
I
the
need
first
y'all to
thing,
touch glove. I'm not touching this glove. Get out my
and the
face.
first, and the first thing I'm gonna tell them is that I don't care what you need me to do. You don't pay me to be in this ring. You're a referee. Get paid to do your job. Your
Yeah,
job is a referee, not to be sitting here trying to tell me what I know. You're not doing that. As soon as this fight was over, I would have went to that referee like, yo, y'all don't never get him to referee for me. You don't tell me that I have to touch gloves. I don't like this dude. This dude don't like me. And it ain't even about if you like somebody, because you just might be on some
oh,
we in the fight.
oh,
I don't have
it's
to
good.
touch your glove.
It's good sportsmanship. No, the good sportsmanship is me going congratulate the man if he win, or me going over there and telling him a good fight if he lose. That's the
Which he didn't
sportsmanship.
do it. Which Connor was not doing.
Yeah, I'm not.
You see how he looked. Connor was not doing that.
Yeah, I'm not touching him. I'm not touching that man gloves. I don't care what you got to say. What you gonna
Man,
do?
I
Take
don't
a
care what
point?
you doing.
Go ahead, take a point. I'm just going. It's gonna be even
I mean,
worse
how
for
you
him.
see? You take a point. You take a point. You won't be refereeing ever again because that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Man. The fight ain't even begun, and you already telling me that I gotta touch his glove. So what you gonna do? I'm gonna get suspended. I'm gonna have to pay a fine for not touching his glove. Like, get the.
Yeah, sometimes the referee be doing too much. Just let them fight. They don't want to touch
I
the
don't.
glove.
You
They
know
don't
what? To
touch
be honest
the
with you, I don't really like they referees over there. I don't like they refs over there because they do too much.
I seen him before too. I'm trying to remember where I seen him at. I seen him referee a fight before. I'm trying to remember what referee,
I seen
what
him.
fight I seen
You
him.
know what? Looking at him, I can't place what card he was on, but he's definitely been seen before. But I can't place the card he was on.
maybe he went for one of the wild animal eater fights. Back in the
Yo,
day.
you know what? Here, underrated go with his shit. Yo, here you go with your nonsense. I don't know, but all that touch gloves, I ain't got to touch nothing, boy. You tripping? But other than that, it was a good scrap. Now, if you can confirm to me, how did the rest of those fights on that card go, Free? Because I didn't get to see any of them because
The rest of the fights was trash. They
the
was
rest of them were
trash.
trash. For real?
All of them was trash. All of them was trash. Even today,
Trash.
even the Anthony Yard fight was trash. They was all trash.
No, you serious?
Yeah, it was trash.
What
I
happened
mean,
to Yard? What
I mean,
happened in the Yard fight?
y'all won, but it was trash. Y'all look like he looked like he was gun shy a little bit. His opponent, he kept catching Yard with the jab. I'm like, dog, you catch him with the jab, put something behind it.
Right.
You just throwing a jab out there. I'm like,
Better Beef got that boy nervous. Better Beef got that boy scared to swing.
but yeah, I mean
Damn.
Anthony Yard, I think he won like the first 6 rounds easy. But the dude was too nervous of Anthony Yard's power, and then he started fighting towards the back half of the fight. But by then, it was too late because it's only a 10-round fight. So
Mm,
even if he won all 4 rounds, he lost 6-4.
damn. Why do they be doing that? They be having all them fights that they be like Then all of a sudden, the main event be the only hot one. It's like, bro, what are you doing?
Turkey does that a lot, and that's why I be sitting there looking at these people. They're like, oh yeah, Turkey putting on the fights that we want. No, I didn't care to see Conor Benn versus Eubanks. You got a guy that fought at 47, and you got a guy that fight at 68, and you making them fight at 160. I don't care to see that fight. These guys, two different weight classes.
Yeah. I mean, I say out of all that, maybe Friday was probably be the main one that everybody's going to be into.
Yeah, I understand these two dudes got animosity against each other, but if you want to do something that we care to see, put Conor Benn in there with daggone Jerome Boo Sinners or Virgil Ortiz. We've been wanting to see that for a while.
Yeah, I wonder what's the holdup. What's the holdup with that?
Well, right now, I think the only way Boots take a Conor Benn fight is if he can't get no fights with any one of these champions, and that's a big money fight for Boots because Conor Benn is a big draw in the UK, so that'd be a big money fight for Boots. But other than that, I mean, unless Conor Benn is going to go to 54 and fight Virgil, I mean,
well, they seem like they already have plans for Conor next, so looks like talks of that is out the window. Yeah. From what it looks like.
I never picked Conor Benn beating either one of those guys. I think he had a better chance against Virgil. I think Boots clearly outboxes him. But he has a better chance against Virgil because Virgil's more of a in the pocket type fighter. He likes to come forward. He does have a little bit of footwork, but he likes to come forward. So I think he has a better chance with Virgil. But Boots outboxing him easy.
Yeah, man. Right now, Boots is from the last performance. It'd be best if you guys just leave him alone right now. He's on a different kind of level right now. Yeah, to see this happen again in September. Let's see what happens, man. You know, it was the build up to it again is definitely going to be interesting because they talked a lot of shit in the first press conference. The second one is going to be crazy. Thomas, I see you, my guy. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to TD Sports Talk.
Salute to your brother, Thomas. Yeah, it's good to see a trilogy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Thomas, one of the only people I know that he think Conor Benn won that fight. I think Thomas the only one that think that Conor Benn won.
No, I looked at some of the rounds I was giving him. I can't think of what rounds I was giving him. There was some rounds I was giving him. But for some reason he looked like he slowed. I don't want to say he gassed out, but there was a round or two where he slowed down. No, there was a few others. He said no, there was a few others. I thought a draw at best. That last round though, Benn let it go, man. He
said there's a few others. I mean, it might be. I mean, I haven't been on YouTube like that today. I've been on with
I could say it was a few others. I agree with brother.
I've been on there with CD Sports and a CDK Sports. And I've been on.
Benn did better than I thought he would do in that new weight class. I didn't think he would do that, especially when I found out what weight it was going to be at. Then I was thinking about where he was coming from, and I was like, "Oh man, how is this going to work?" But he did pretty damn good. But that last round, got to give it to Eubanks, man.
I mean, me personally, I scored it 9-3 for Eubanks. The judges had it 8-4, so I wasn't too far off. But I had it 9-3. I just thought that Eubanks was clearly outboxing them until it got to the point where both of their legs was gone, and then every time Conor Benn would swing big shots, Eubanks was avoiding them. He hit him a few times, but for the most part, he was avoiding all of the big shots. And then he rocked Conor Benn, And then like it was a couple of fights where you could say, okay, oh, Conor Benn is winning this round, and then you say, oh, dang, Eubanks is winning this round. It was a close round. How you score that round? Then you go back to, like I said earlier, what I normally do is if there's a round that's close far as punches landed, I look at, okay, who had the better defense, who had the better ring generalship, and who was the more aggressive fighter. So because that's the four criteria of boxing, the effective punching, then you go to the defense, you go to the ring generalship, and you go to the effective aggressions. So when you look at that, I have to give it more to Eubanks because Eubanks' defense was clearly better than Conor Benn. His effective aggressionness was clearly better, and I think his ring generalship was better. Now there was times where you could have gave it to Conor Benn, but for the most part, I think Chris Eubanks had those in the bag in almost every single round.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see because I noticed that brother Tom said Eubanks won the last two. I say more than that. I said from ninth round on, Eubanks had got stronger.
And I thought before the fight happened, we was calling the fight on Dub right side. And before the fight happened, Dub said, okay, real quick before this fight start, how y'all believe this fight gonna go? And me and Crush the Legend, we both said we thought it was gonna be a split decision. We thought it was gonna be a split decision because you gotta remember they both in the UK. A lot of people like Conor Benn, a lot of people like Chris Eubanks. So I could see it being a split decision for either one. If Conor Benn was more effective, I could have seen it be a split decision for Conor Benn. And like I said, I could see it being a split decision for Eubanks. I just thought it was going to be hard for Eubanks to get a unanimous decision. But when they say unanimous decision, I'm like, oh yeah, they giving this to Eubanks. I just knew it. Once I heard a unanimous decision, I was like, yeah, it's going to be Eubanks because what I saw, I was like, there's no way it's a unanimous decision for Conor Benn.
Yeah, no way. But that's why it's so great that a rematch is, it's necessary to come back and see what happens. And it was an interesting build up to it. The press conference, the back and forth. So for the second time around, it's gonna be an interesting one, man. It's gonna be a real interesting one to see what happens in there, man.
I think it's gonna be a lot easier for Eubanks the second go around. I think it's gonna be a lot easier. I could be wrong. I just think it's gonna be a lot easier because he's the better boxer. He's clearly the better boxer. So
yes, he is. Yeah, I agree with that.
I think him dropping down to that weight was hard for him, but now that they're doing it in September, that's only a few months away. He ain't gotta. He knows what he needs to do now to get down to that weight. So I think he'll be a lot better this go around getting down to that weight. So I think it'll be a lot easier for Eubanks to win that fight the second go around.
Yeah, and also the question that I would ask if Conor Benn is going to repeat what he put out to the next fight.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be as much animosity. It could be because Eubanks can go in there kind of big-headed and say, hey, you saw what I did you in the first fight. I'm going to do it even worse the second fight. And I can see Conor Benn having his choice of words or whatever, and they go back and forth. And I can see it being some more animosity built up, but I can see it being a lot more respectful this go around because they both gave each other respect after the fight. I think they both gained each other's respect after the fight, but I can see it being a little bit of build up, but I think it's going to be a little more respectful.
And also, I'm talking about what he put out in the ring too. Could he repeat that? That's what question I'll put out there.
Yeah. Now I didn't like the whole Chris Eubanks Sr. the walkout with him and all that. I felt like it was only for the cameras. I was like, this nigga posing harder than his son for the daggone
Yeah.
camera. I'm like, man,
Like he's the show. Right.
Because he
Nah,
just
nah,
said 2 days prior, me and my father haven't spoke in a while. So
Yeah.
when I seen that he pulled up, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah.
Damn.
Now I
This is
know
interesting.
Junior was happy that his father was there. But like I said, I mean, a lot of people said they believe it was genuine. Me personally, I don't think it was genuine. I think it was more for the cameras. Because as soon as he got in the ring, the first thing he did was go over there and hug Conor Benn. I'm like, nigga, what the hell? I'm like, what are you doing? Soon as the fight is over, he patted his son on the shoulder. He went over there and gave Conor Benn a hug. I'm like, nigga, what are you doing? I'm like, yeah, this is all for the camera. He more of a fan of Conor Benn than he is of his own son.
Yeah. You call your son saying that he's a disgrace. And I'm like, huh?
You know, I didn't
Come
teach you
on.
that. I didn't teach you that. You disgraced me. I would never be in your corner. I'm like,
I guess he gave Conor Benn a hug. So he want to apologize. I'm sorry that my son slapped you with the egg. So I have some sympathy with you. I don't know, but that looked weird though. It did look weird. It looked like I thought you were against.
you know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. It could have been genuine. It just seemed like it was more for the cameras to me. I was like, with all this posing and smiling and all. I'm like, this joint. I'm like, your damn nose is too damn big. Stop smiling. You're making it spread even more. Stop smiling so goddamn hard. Like a big ass cucumber sideways on your face. Just go to the damn ring.
Yo, free stupid.
I mean, that's what that nigga nose was like this. I was like, God damn, that nigga looked like a damn lizard. Big ass nose, dude.
I ain't gonna lie though, man. That dude knows is
That's probably why his son was gassed in that fight. That took all his damn oxygen. He was like, damn, Dad, you ain't gonna share none with me.
Yo, you're stupid, man. I mean, yo. I don't know, man. It was a pretty good one though. I'm glad I didn't see the rest of that card. Jesus. I'm not even interested in going to take a peek at it now. I was gonna take a peek at it, but I don't know. But yeah, they gotta step their game up when they having these cards. That's the reason why everybody's so anxious about. That's why everybody's so anxious about this Friday. Because I'm not gonna lie, this Friday is crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah.
He said the undercard was trash. Yeah,
I said the same thing. I said the same thing. The undercard was trash, dog. I was like, this joint is trash. I did not care for this undercard at all. I mean, the whole Liam Smith fight, that joint was garbage. The daggone Anthony Yarr fight, that joint was pretty much garbage. It got to a point where I was like, man, let's get to the main event. I'm tired of seeing these dudes in the ring. Let's get to the main event. This joint is garbage.
Well, that's probably why they went out there and gave it they all, because they sat back and watched that and probably said to themselves as fighters, shit, this is trash. We're going to have to go out there and put on the show. This is crazy. What are we watching? You know what I'm saying? What are we watching here? So we got to go out there. And
I don't even know if anybody. I mean, I think Stormy B Man broke down the earlier fights on his post fight live, but I don't think nobody really broke down the other fights. I think everybody was like, man, there ain't nothing to talk about. We're gonna just talk about Conor Benn and Eubanks.
yeah, I wasn't interested. But it's not that I wasn't interested. I didn't really get to see any of it, and then I was just like, you know what?
You wasn't missing anything. To be honest, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. You wasn't missing anything from the other fights. You didn't miss not one single thing.
I kind of had a feeling I didn't, because I heard nobody really talking about it. So I'm like, okay, something's wrong. Why is nobody talking about this?
I mean, like I said, Liam Smith, he's only known from fighting Canelo and beating Chris Eubanks the first time. That's all he's really known for. He ain't really known for anything else. But they're going Anthony Yard. He's probably the most known guy on that card outside of the main event, and he didn't really do anything for him. Anthony Yard reminds me 170-pound version of Boo Boo Andrade.
Oh,
he got talent, but he ain't do nothing with it.
Oh,
That's what he. He literally remind me of Boo Boo Andrade. The dude got talent. He can box, but he ain't doing nothing with it. He ain't fight nobody. One time he do fight somebody, he gets stopped. So I'm like, everybody keep talking about Anthony Yard this, Anthony Yard that. I'm like, who is he fighting?
Time for him to make his comeback too. But we'll get to that another time.
That's the same thing they were saying about Boo Boo Andrade. I keep hearing people talk about Boo Boo Andrade. I'm like, dog, who has Boo Boo Andrade actually beat? He ain't fought nobody. Y'all keep telling me all this stuff. I understand he wanted to fight Canelo. That's cool. He wanted to fight Canelo. Canelo would never give him the fight. But he had the opportunity to fight Jamel, and he pulled out of that fight. Granted, his daggone his manager or whoever it was the money from him. You take that to court. You get that money back in court. Go fight the fight. We want to see you in a fight with Jamel. We want to see you in the ring with Jamal. Jamal was like, well, you walked out on my brother, left my brother high and dry. I'm not fighting you.
Yeah.
I mean, he ain't really do nothing.
Did y'all see the fight that almost happened in the back though with Billy Joe Saunders and Chris Eubanks security? He was like, "You're nobody. You're nobody," because he wanted to get in the dressing room, I guess, and they wasn't letting Sanders in. So he just started going in on the security. I was like, "Damn, Billy Joe, it's like that."
I mean, I wouldn't have let his overweight self in there neither. I'm like, man, if you don't get your fat tail up out of here, dog, you a has-been. Nobody care about you. Nobody care to see you. You know, I'm cool with the fighters. Nigga, they ain't cool with you because you ain't on the list.
Yo, especially you, PD taster.
The security told him after he told him he wasn't nobody. He said, "Who you?" I said, "Damn, damn, that's crazy, man. Nasty word." Security guard looking at him like, "Who you?"
You gonna go in there and eat all the snacks and drink all the water? No, we need it for the fighters. They trying to rehydrate themselves. No, you're not going in that locker room.
When I saw that, I was like, I wish that security guard would have choke slammed. You know what? Billy was really trying to get at him though, but it wasn't gonna go that far. It was too much of that security, man. One thing I say, Eubanks he got hella security. You wasn't getting past that.
I always get Billy Joe Saunders and daggone Joseph Parker mixed up. I always get them two mixed up because their names.
What the hell is that?
Their name, not far as facial wise, I don't get them mixed up. I get their names mixed up because it's so close. You got Billy Joe Saunders and then you got Joseph Parker. I'm like, all right, which one is which? Because I know one fight at heavyweight. Which one fight at heavyweight? Which one fight at the lower weight class? And then I see Billy Joe Saunders. I'm like, oh, that's the heavyweight dude. They're like, no, that's not the heavyweight dude. That nigga just gained a lot of weight.
Yeah, I think he's done with the boxing anyway. Canelo done put him in the hot seat. He's pretty much.
Billy Joe was the one that had all of that stuff going down with Daniel Cunningham.
Yeah,
he was part of that investigation that was going on with Daniel Cunningham.
He's done. So he looked like he was ready to get it in, and I'm like, man, come on, that's security. If you're gonna get it in, get it. Come back to the ring if you want to get it in. Leave them security guards alone, man. You ain't gonna get no. You ain't gonna get no brownie points popping off on security because they ain't let you in another man's room. Come on now.
Yeah, he ain't nobody to me. He was never anybody, to be honest with you. He was just somebody that Canelo beat up. He was.
Yeah, because when he was telling the security guard he was nobody, I'm like, you might could tell the security guard he's a nobody, but then there's a lot of people that look at you as a nobody.
Like a lot of people be telling me about certain fighters. I be like, I ain't really big on it. Like, what? You ain't big? No, what has he done?
Why do people do that?
When I say I'm not high on, I don't know, because when I say I'm not high on Boo Boo Andrade, they're like, what? Boo Boo Andrade, he could box, this and that. Who has he fought?
But
he was trying to fight Canelo. That's not
just
okay.
because you get high off this, just because you get high off a fighter, that don't mean I gotta get high off him. I'm
I
not supposed to like.
understand.
I'm not supposed to like who you like. You know what I'm
I,
saying? You have your reasons for liking certain fighters. I have my reasons for disliking them, and it has nothing to really do about their personality. I mean, you could dislike a fighter because of their personality, or you could just dislike them for their choice of opponents. And you
Yeah,
go, who has this guy?
right. They
Who
just
has
want
this
to show
guy
you.
for? Now you can
Right.
like the person as them being a human being, and you like they cool. But then when we talk about boxing ability and what they have done, you can go. I mean, you can say, "Yo, I don't like that dude because of his choice of opponents." It has nothing to do
like
with him personally. It's his choice of opponents.
the explanation that they be giving me is, oh man, you see, he could box, he could punch against who? I mean, I understand he did this and he was undefeated and he beat this guy and that guy that was nobody's, but who has he beat that was notable? Who has he beat that we thought was good fighters? None
The
of them.
problem the
Okay,
problem is
there you
that
go.
there are some people that talk and say like what their opinion feels is their truth. That's the truth. You see what's going on there? Are you really following what the fighter do? Do you really follow it?
Now,
They just want to talk just to talk.
yeah. Now it's one thing if the fighter is a prospect and I say that, I'm like, well, I ain't give him a chance to fight anybody yet. But for this guy to be in the boxing industry, he's been in the sport for 10, 15 years and he hasn't fought anybody. I'm like, I ain't really big on him. He ain't fought nobody. The same thing I was about Conor Benn and Chris Eubanks. I wasn't big on either one of those guys because they didn't really fight anybody. It's the same way I felt about Conor Benn. I mean, Boo Boo Andrade. The first opportunity he got a chance to fight somebody, he quit. Literally, he quit. I thought it was a corner until I looked at the daggone replay, and that man said, "Nah, I'm done." I was like, "Oh, this nigga quit. This nigga quit. It wasn't the corner; it was him."
Yeah, yeah. You hear him say, "Stop the fight." Yeah, he tried to say it low, thinking nobody heard it, but the camera don't lie.
Yeah, I'm like, so
Camera don't
I'm
lie.
like, no, I'm not real. Like, I understand he has skills, but against
Well,
the top level, those skills is irrelevant because he hasn't done anything. He did all
well,
that against the least
we
talent,
have a
against lesser talent.
we have a right to say who we like, who we don't like, and that has nothing to do when we say we don't like them. We're talking about personality. But even if we are, but when you're talking about opponents, choice of opponents, we have every
But see,
right. Just because just because you like the person for whatever. See, everybody likes somebody as long as they win it.
yeah,
This
that's
is what
like
I'm
that.
explaining to this is what I'm explaining to the so-called people who think they understand boxing. Y'all like people because they're winning. Y'all don't give a shit about their opponents. So now when you go to somebody like Free or Underrated and we tell you why we don't like them because we know boxing and we understand it. So when we say we don't like the guy and then we give you a reason why we don't like him because of his lack of opponents, the only thing y'all worrying about is, oh, he stopped guys. He's knocked guys out. He's made guys quit in the corner. But look at the guys he has made quit. Look at the guys he has knocked out. Look at the guys he has stopped.
Yeah. And I
That's
mean,
what y'all don't understand.
like even like Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford, I don't like him. I don't like his personality. But when it comes to him boxing, I'm like, hey, he's a hell of a talent in the ring, regardless of how I feel about him
Hell
outside
yeah.
the
Hell
ring.
yeah.
That
Hell yeah.
he's a hell of a talent. The man is the truth inside the ring. But outside the ring, nah, I don't care for that dude.
Yeah. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. We could like people, some of y'all be tripping because y'all act like our mindset is supposed to be your mindset. We could dislike fighters for whatever reason that we want
Yeah.
to. Because of
Right.
either their personality, because some of us actually have ran into fighters, some of us see how they talk in these interviews. So we have a right to say that. And then we have a right to say, I don't like him because of his choice of opponents. He stays on Twitter and Instagram too much talking. Like there's reasons why I can say I don't like him, but a lot of y'all only liking these dudes because they're winning. Y'all can't even name 3 or 4 noticeable opponents that these people have fought. You can't name them. Only thing you like is that they're winning. And then when they get in there, when they get in there and get their ass handed to them, the first thing they say is, "Man, they set that man up. Man, he shouldn't have been in the ring with him. Why? Because you want to see him keep winning."
But they got seasonal thinking. That's all. They just go through the season. That's all.
Yeah, that's it. They just, and it's sad though, and this is why boxing be so confused as far as these people that don't really know shit. And like I always say, they just fans of people who look like them. You know what I'm saying? They really don't be knowing anything, and that's the messed up thing about it. So don't ask me or don't try to correct me when I tell you I don't like a fighter for whatever reason. Then you gonna say, McLean, how could you not like him? I got my reasons. I might not like his personality. I might not like the way I don't like who he fights. I won't down him as a fighter because he's still a fighter. So I still show him some kind of respect. But don't ask me my opinion on something and think that I'm about to lie to you. Like I'm not gonna do that. If I say that I don't like his opponents, then it is what it is. And then they do this free. Well, who do you think he should fight? It's not about who I think he should fight. It ain't about that. Because just because I think he should fight somebody, that don't mean that's who he gonna fight. But it'd be fans like y'all or the reason why he's not fighting who he's supposed to be. Because when it's time for him to do it, y'all condone him not fighting who he should be fighting. So it's like, yo, you can't tell a man, yo, you gotta like him, D Free, because this dude be stopping dudes. Who is he stopping?
Right.
It's easy to go down to Times Square and knock out the dude who sells hot dogs and pizzas. It's easy to do that. It's easy to go down to Foot Locker on Times Square and just start punching all the employees out. It's easy to do that.
I look at who these guys.
Salute, BBO. We see you.
And then when I look at who these guys for, they're like, oh, he knocked these guys out. Okay, let me go look at this guy. He just knocked out. Well, this guy was 5-17. He was supposed to knock him out. Let me go look at this other guy. This guy was what was that record I gave you? I think it was like 3-109. Well, he was supposed to put that dude in a coma. That nigga was 3-109.
That's crazy.
No, when I saw that on
that's nasty work.
What was it? Jack Catterall's record. That dude was, I think it was like 3-104, and then he turned around was 3-111. I was like,
that's nasty.
This dude twice. And
that is nasty.
Like, hey, you can't call no fighters bums because everybody getting that ring, though. They're a warrior, this and that. Well, this dude is a bum. The nigga only won 3 fights. He lost 109 of the joints.
There's just some dudes that gotta know how to pull a plug. They gotta know how to pull a plug. Like, I ain't gonna hold you, son. You gotta. Some of these dudes. I mean, I understand that they feel like because, hey, I this little bit of money that I'm getting, even though it ain't much, it's helping me. But I'm just not gonna make a mockery out of my career. At some point, you got to walk away. But hey, go ahead. If you ain't taking no, my thing is this: I don't know how them dudes are lasting that long, right? And you telling me they don't have no type of damage that they're taking in boxing? Well, no, man. I still can function. I don't know how. Shit. I don't know how, dog. You can't have 3 wins and be having like 55 losses, and you telling me you still got your brain attached? Shit. I don't know, man. I mean, if it's happening, cool, but I don't know, bro. That's
this dude was 18-100. Then he turned around and was 18-104. So he fought him at 18-100, and the dude lost. And then he fought the dude. The dude had 3 more fights, and he was 18-104. And then that's not the only dude he fought like that. He fought another dude that was 15-163.
That's a damn shame.
Kevin McCauley. Kevin McCauley was 15-163 with 12 draws, and he knocked him out in the first round. I was like, he was supposed to. That nigga was 15-163. He was supposed to knock that dude out.
Nasty word.
Yeah, that dude is a bum.
And
No, hold up. The dude was 15, 163 with 12 draws. He got knocked out in the first round. Guess what his record is right now as of today?
oh Lord have mercy. What is it?
That man is still only has 15 wins. He hasn't won another fight. Still only has 15 wins, but he is 224 losses and still has 12 draws.
Yeah. He has 224 losses.
Hold on, let me show you this, dog.
No, you gotta show me that. Ain't no way in hell that dude got 224 losses. Shit. No. Damn.
This man,
224 losses. Yo, he wilding. Yeah, he's wilding. Damn, son.
And y'all tell me I can't call fighters bums? Yeah, y'all, whatever. No,
it's hard out here for a pimp. That's crazy, man. Hey, Box Rec, y'all gotta relax. Yeah, gotta relax, Box Rec.
God damn, that man has like 61 more fights, and he lost every one of them joints. That man was 15, 163. That man has 61 more fights since then. Well, he has 60 more fights since then. This man is 200 with 224 losses.
Well,
God,
boxing ain't
damn.
Boxing is just not. I repeat, boxing just ain't for everybody. Just ain't.
This man fought what? That's 27. That's gonna be 51. He fought 251 fights. This man fought more times than Devin Haney, Tank Davis, Shakur, Keyshawn, Abdullah Mason, Loma, and T.O. all combined. He fought more times than all of them combined.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I probably can add a couple more fighters. Emiliano Vargas can go on there as well. He fought more times than all of them niggas combined. That's 8 fighters. He fought more times than all of them guys combined.
Nasty work. Damn, son. Nasty work. Oh, man. Well,
he might need to go work the clock. Work the
clock in boxing. Yeah. He might have to.
That nigga might need to go ring the bell because that's probably all he hear right now is bells. I don't need the bell. I got the sound down packed.
Hey, what's that song? Ring my bell, ring my bell. Oh shit! Damn,
I will give him credit. In those 224 losses, he's only been knocked out 14 times.
only 14 times.
He's only been knocked out 14 times in those.
He's only 14 times.
God.
He looked. Jay Gibson said only.
I'm just saying though. He only been knocked out.
Jay Gibson said only.
I'm about to go look at this dude that he fought that was 18.
Oh Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ! Yo, you know what we should do, Free? We should have a. Damn, you already doing it. We should have a show about that. Some of the worst records in boxing.
I mean, the dude that he fought that was 18 and 100, and then he fought him again when he was 18 and 104. I mean, his joint today is not as bad as that dude. I mean, he since he had a fight with Jack Catterall where he was 18 and 104, he got one more win, but he got 10 more losses. So the man is now 19 and 100 and he's 19 and 114 with 7 draws.
But at some point, you got to call it quits, bro. At some point, somebody got to be like, you know what? I'm not working with you no more. I'm not getting you no more fights.
I got to go back to this other dude, dog. I got to go back to. I want to see how many red check marks is in that nigga's box record. God, dog. Hold on, dog.
Yo, man, y'all can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
See this shit, dog. Hold on, y'all gotta see this, dog. This dog. You tell me where you see when it goes green. You tell me where you see where it goes green. Hold on, let me take this joint.
So he got big names on his resume. Nah, Gibson, he just got big losses on his resume.
Where it goes green at? Y'all tell me where y'all see where it goes green at.
Nope, not yet. Damn, son. He took hell of a lot. Two, 3, 4.
Dog, this nigga, but he got 3 pages of fights.
That's crazy. Nasty work.
This the second page.
Yo, I think I'm gonna do a segment on that. I might come back with that segment tomorrow afternoon.
Dog,
I can't. I'm already going live at 8 p.m. tomorrow night. I can't do it. I forgot.
This nigga got red out the ass on his daggone box rec. Dog, I've never seen nobody with no 3 pages of box rec.
Telling you, some of these dudes got man, nasty work. Nasty work.
Do we got big names on his resume? He better have some big names on his resume with all them damn fights.
Nobody we know. Ain't gonna be nobody we know, probably. And if he ever did for somebody we knew, that shit was probably earlier in his damn career. Because when you got 200 and something losses, that's crazy, bruh. Nasty work. Why did they even allow you to continue that long? Is he from here or is he from outside the U.S.?
That dude is from the UK.
All right, that's enough said. Enough said.
You don't see too many people in the U.S. with a record like that.
I was about to say, there ain't no way in America a dude got
There's a lot of niggas over in the UK with records like that, though. It ain't too many.
He's good for his. Yeah, he must be good for his promoters. They don't have a problem. Yeah, we going. Yeah, you want to fight? Yeah.
Matter of fact, let me see. This is what I want to do. That nigga got 251 fights. I want to see how many times in 1 year did this nigga fight. That's what I want to see. I want to see how many times this nigga fought in 1 single year. Okay, I'm gonna go back to his last year that he fought was in 2022. He fought 3 times. 2021, he fought. Hold up. December of 2021, this nigga was fighting in 7 days intervals. That nigga fought in 12. He fought December 4th, December 12th, December 19th.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 12 fights in 2021. 2020, he fought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fights. 19, he fought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. He fought 20 times in 19. In 18, he fought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. He fought 24 times in 2018. That nigga fought enough times for 2 years in 1 year. He could have fought once a month, and he would have fought for 2 years.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and not to sound crazy when I say it. Now that I think about it, it kind of shames you guys, who are these top fighters, who that we only get to see y'all one time. One time a damn year.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I'm just saying. Now, when we think about it, though, right?
16,
We laughing at it,
18,
but for some of y'all favorite fighters, we can't even get y'all favorite fighters to fight 2 times a year. So, you know, as crazy as this gonna sound, I give props to them dudes who want to keep going, but we can't even get your favorite fighters to fight 2 times a year. That's crazy. Your man fought 24 times in 1 year.
Dog, fuck that. That nigga fought 34 times in 2017. That nigga fought 34 times.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you, Jay Gibson. I'm serious.
That nigga was fighting for a paycheck.
We can't even. You know what? We laugh at it, but when y'all really think about it, we can't even get your favorite fighters to do that shit. And I'm not saying fight 34 times in 1 year. We can't get your favorite fighter to fight 2 times in 1 year. They get one good win and don't come back to like freaking a year or 2 years later. That's crazy.
That nigga fought 34 times in 1 year. That nigga clearly was fighting for a paycheck every single. He might be the richest man in boxing. We thought it was Floyd Mayweather. It might be this nigga. This nigga done fought 251 times. This nigga might be the richest nigga in boxing.
He could have some kind of money we don't know about. Hey.
This nigga probably was getting like $500 a fight. No, that nigga fought 34 times. That nigga couldn't have been getting no serious money, dog. To fight 34 times, he couldn't have been getting no serious money. He was getting like $500-$600 a fight. There's no way in the world they was giving that nigga a $50,000 payday.
I mean, if he's getting 500, let's just say for all 34. You know that shit adds up.
no, just matter of fact, let me do this shit.
And out there, the cost of living ain't really, you know, I don't know what the cost of living is out there. No, I'm sure he did.
No, the nigga fought 34 times. You know how much he would have had to make just to get $1.7 million?
What?
He would have had to be making at least $50,000 per fight. Just to get 1.7. He fought 34 times. Now, if he was getting more than that, he made more money. But if he was getting at least $50,000, he made 1.7. Out of 34 fights. Jerome Buzina just tried to get Brian Norman 1.7 for one fight.
Just for one fight? Yeah, that's crazy. Nasty work.
That $50,000 is below average for most. Well, I ain't gonna say below average, but it's about the average amount of money people. No, it's below average. It's above the average that people make in today's economy. $50,000 above average what people make per year. That's above average. Most people make somewhere around $42,000 to $45,000 a year because you figure how many people is on minimum wage. They're only getting paid like $16, $17, $18 an hour. They in that 30,000 mark. You got to be making at least $25 an hour to be making $40,000 or more. So in order to be making $50,000, you got to be making somewhere around $30-something an hour to make $50,000 a year. So he's above average at making $50,000 per fight, and he had to fight 34 times just to make 1.7.
Yes.
God damn, but if he was making, let's say he was getting 500, because that sounds like that's probably what he was making. That man was getting 17,000 for the year, just getting $500 a fight. He was getting 17,000. If he was getting 1,500 times 34, that man got 51,000 for the year. If he was getting 1,500 per fight, he only made 51,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's crazy.
that tells you what these niggas is making out here in these boxing industry. That's why people are like, oh, this dude got paid. No, because we just looked at daggone Abdullah Mason and them. I'm like, dog, they're not getting paid serious money like that. They might make 5,000, maybe 10,000 a fight. That's why you see Abdullah Mason fighting 5 times a year, because if he's getting like 10,000, that'll put him at 50,000.
Yeah.
If he's getting 5, that put him at 25,000. So them dudes ain't making no serious money. And now he's probably starting to get a little bit those bigger purses because he's starting to be the co-main, and his name is starting to grow. So they probably get him like 15,000 a fight.
I mean, anybody who understands the business of boxing, they would understand that part. But a lot of these dudes don't understand that. They just assume because these guys fight on TV, they're making all the money in the world. And it's like, no, stupid.
No, they don't. Not until you become a champion. And even when you become a champion, if you're not fighting those key market fights, you still ain't making big money like that. Go look at Brian Norman.
Yeah.
Brian Norman is a champion. He just fought. I think they said he made 150,000. I think it might have been a little bit more, but I'm just going according to what people saying. I don't know his exact amount, but according to what everybody said that the reports is, he made 150,000. He's a champion.
Yeah.
150,000. Yeah, that's one fight, but it's not the same amount compared to a Jerome Business or Mario Barrio or Stanley Owners. What Stanley Owners was making for his one fight.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they don't. Excuse me. They don't understand that, man. Like I said, people taking the time to understand the game and learn it. They just want to.
90% of boxers in the sport today never see $1 million payday for one fight. 90% of the boxers that's in the sport today never sees a $1 million payday.
Yeah.
They have to fight multiple fights to get to that $1 million for the year, but they never see that $1 million payday for one fight.
Yeah. And that's part of the business, man. That people have to understand that, because it's deeper than what people think it is. It's deep. It's real deeper than what people think it is, and like I said,
niggas be getting $1 million dog. You gotta realize how many fighters is in this world that actually box that you never heard about. Because all you gotta do is go to BoxRec and just go to one fighter and look to see where he's ranked in the world. And that's only for one division that he's ranked in. So you look to see where he's ranked in the world. That number, that other number, that's the big number. That's how many people in the world that's fighting in that division. Then you go to the next division and you see that big number on the end, and you add that to the other big number you got, and then you go on all until you do every weight class. That's how many people that's in this world that's an actual boxer, that's professionally boxing. That's how many people it is. It's probably somewhere in the 100,000s. Probably somewhere around 100,000 of actual boxers in this world. 90% of them never see $1 million payday.
Yeah. And unfortunately, if you're not learning that and you're not trying to learn that,
it's even worse on the women's side. It's even worse. Like 99% of them never see $1 million payday on the women's side.
Yeah. I mean, if we see what they go through, So, you so-called fans should know that by just seeing what the women go through. They have to, and they got it way worse. And they stay more active than your favorite fighter do. And you see what the women go through. What they go through is slap in the face. If you ask me, they deserve way more. They way more active. Way more. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you ain't trying to understand the business, then you're gonna assume you know something because he fights for this promotional company. Look who's his manager. Look what network he's on. So you gonna tell me that he's not making? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that, fool. Because I may not know the exact number, but you ain't fit to tell me that this dude only had 5 professional fights. Are you telling me he about to get 50,000 in his 5th one or his 6th one?
Yeah. I
Like,
mean,
what is y'all talking about?
unless it's somebody like Andy Cruz.
Yeah.
Andy Cruz might be getting 50,000, but that's because Andy Cruz is a 2-time gold medalist, and they trying to
Yeah,
fast
and
track
that also counts for something too. That also
him.
counts for something that I forgot to mention. That it's possible for you to get that. It all depends on your background too, as an amateur, and what you did. Olympics and all that.
Yeah,
They
but
look at stuff like that. But
but most people in the sport of boxing is not in the situation that Andy Cruz is in. They're not a
yeah,
2-time gold
it's only a small portion that's in that small portion of people that's in that position. But y'all can't think because these fighters are on a network or a promotional company. So you want to assume, come on, free. They got to be getting that. Why they got to be getting it? Because they on TV. Because he's good. So what if he's good? Okay, he good, but that don't mean he's gonna get what you think he should get because he's good. He got to work his way.
I think that fight that Keyshawn Davis just had at his hometown, I think that fight right there was the first time that he cracked $100,000. If he got 100,000, I think he did. I think he got like 150,000 for that fight, somewhere around there. But that was the first fight that
You talking about the Valentine's Day fight that he had here?
the one that he had. No, the one that he had.
He had before that last year in Norfolk.
Yeah, in Norfolk. That was the first time that he cracked 100,000.
I think he did good for that. I think he did good for that Valentine's Day one too. I think he did real good for that. He's starting to. His paper's going to change in a minute. If it hasn't already, it's going to get to that point.
But yeah, I mean that's why you see fighters say they want to see a certain amount of money because they know the chances of them getting $1 million payday are slim. So they want that $1 million as soon as they can possibly get it.
Yeah.
If you're not a big time fighter like that, there's a chance that you might not ever make $1 million for a single fight. You might make $1 million throughout the year, but for a single fight, you might not ever get it.
No, you might not ever get it. But you have to work your way, and that's the thing. So now people go, see, this is the thing that killed me. Now people go, well, I bet you if he was with Turkey would have gave it to him. And I go, see, I said, see, now this is where the problem comes in. And this is why I tell people to not get mad at Turkey. Because no matter what he's doing or what he's saying, he's a businessman. Y'all take that, y'all make him bigger than what he is by saying shit like that. Well, I bet you Turkey will pay him. And it's like, no, brother, no.
No, I don't get mad at Turkey for paying the guys the big persons or anything. I don't get mad at that. I want these fighters to make the most they can possibly make per fight. What I am mad about when it comes to Turkey is his purpose behind it. It's not what he's doing; it's the purpose behind what he's doing.
Yeah,
that's
I get mad with the dudes when they go, yeah, I bet you Turkey do it. And I'm like, no, brother. All of a sudden, that's y'all go-to now. If he didn't exist, what would be y'all go-to? You know what I'm saying?
That's what a lot of people get it confused when it comes to me. They think, oh, you just mad because Turkey putting on the fight. No, I don't care about the fight.
Why would you be? Why would you be
worried
mad?
about his purpose behind it. What is his purpose?
But why would you be mad? Dudes be saying the dumbest things. Why would you be mad? I'm not mad. If he can make fights that we can't get, y'all should be mad at what was going on here in America that we couldn't get certain fights. Why would I be mad that this man came along? Listen, if they was doing what they were supposed to be doing here, it would have never left no room for him to even come in to do anything.
Right.
So what am I mad at?
Right.
I'm not mad at shit.
Yeah. if everybody was doing what they were supposed to do, Turkey wouldn't be able to get into the sport of boxing because the other promoters, they'd have been like, nah, we good. We making money over here. We don't need
no help.
We don't need the help. We making money over here. But
it took for him to come for all y'all to sing Kumbaya. Now everybody chilling. Everybody at the press conference together. It took for him to do that because before that, I'm not working with him. I'm not working with him. I don't like him. I don't like their promotion. Like, you know what I'm saying? And some of y'all still probably don't like each other. Y'all just doing it because of the money. Because there's a few of them that still don't like each other. But, you know what I mean? That money looking different now. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people.
You know what else, Free? A lot of them are too afraid to lose their fighters to Turkey.
Yeah.
A lot of them are afraid to. They're afraid to lose something. You can tell by a lot of them are afraid to lose their fighter there because shit. Half of what Turkey's gonna give them, a lot of them promoters is like, I'm not giving you that. Shit. I'm not giving you that. 20, 30 million? You may not get that from me, player. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of dudes is like, well, I know who will give it to me. I'll go to Turkey Al-Sheikh. I'll go to him. I bet you he give it to me. But this is what these fans are going to say. I bet you if he was over there, Turkey do it. That's they go to. And I'm like, y'all don't even understand. And half of y'all wasn't even boxing fans before he came in. Some of y'all just jumped on the bandwagon. Because if you would be here, if you would have been here, if you would have been a fan like me and you would understand this shit. Half of y'all can't even tell me when he walked in. When did he walk in? When did y'all see him? If you sit here and can tell me, yo, Turkey been doing shows forever, I know you're a newcomer. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's been doing shows forever. No, you're wrong, sir.
Right. I remember when the dude sitting there talking about, I know D Free. We were talking 3 years ago. What? Nigga, I wasn't even on YouTube for 3 years. What are you talking about? You don't know me. You talking about somebody else. Nigga,
did he know you from another chat or something?
That nigga never knew who I was.
So he said he knew who you were as far as conversating with you, or he just knew who you were.
We chopped it up on YouTube 3 years ago. I was like, nigga, I just got on YouTube a year ago. This was a while back. I was like, no, I just got on YouTube a year ago. What are you talking about?
You must have talked to somebody who looked like me, because I remember when I talked to you.
This was literally around the time that me and you just met up on a G5 channel. That when we were.
So that's like 2020. That's like 2021.
Yeah, that's literally. I only been on YouTube. I literally only been on YouTube right now for 3 years. Literally right now.
Because you've been on 3, and I'm about to be 2 later this year. Yeah, she said
I've always been going to different pages on YouTube, but it wasn't boxing. I was going and looking for cooking shows, looking at other little videos here and there.
Me and D Free know each other. I talk to D Free all the time, man.
That nigga ain't never. I was like, no, I don't know you. I never met you before. Yeah, we were talking like 3 years ago, nigga. I only been on YouTube for a year. What are you talking about?
You say your name was again? And I know you from where? Elementary school.
No, matter of fact, when I first got on YouTube, they wasn't even calling me D Free. That was daggone G5 that gave me that name, D Free. G5 gave me that name. They wasn't even calling me D Free. They was either calling me boxing matchups, or they was calling me by my whole name because that's what my name was. It was boxing matchups with Dwayne Freeman. They would call me by my whole name. Daggone G5 gave me the nickname D Free, and I just ran with it.
Yep. That's where everybody addresses you. Everybody, even Seafood. When I be talking to him, he be like, what's up with D Free? That's what we do, man. Yeah, dudes be. Y'all dudes gotta relax, man. Y'all gotta relax. Y'all don't be knowing nothing. Y'all don't want to take the time to know anything. Y'all just want to assume, man. I don't be understanding that shit.
No, man. I know Free. When we was talking, you don't know me. You might have seen somebody that looked like me, and you talk to somebody else. But
you know what? You can know of me, but that don't mean you know me.
That nigga didn't know of me, didn't know me. He didn't know nothing.
You ain't never seen him before in the chat.
I-
You never seen him before in no chats?
This is how you know the nigga didn't know who I was. The nigga was claiming that I was a Terrence Bud Crawford fan. I was like, dog, everybody that knows me, everybody that knows me know I don't like Terrence Crawford. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he didn't know you.
Like,
but you know what? A lot of these dudes, you know what you get? You get a lot of these, and I'm sorry to say, you got a lot of these lame grown dudes that be out here trolling, man. And they sometimes they be starting stuff. They be starting it, and it's like you don't know me. I'm telling you, that's what we got going on. Trolls, man. Trolls.
That was before I was even giving Terrence Crawford credit for what he does in the ring. That's how long ago that was. That was before I was giving Terrence Crawford for credit of what he does in the ring.
They be trolling, man, and the trolling is at an all-time high. That's why I'd be glad when y'all come over here. I'll be ready to block your ass because I don't have time for it. Y'all be super trolling. Y'all, a lot of y'all too grown for that.
Your boy D Free, your boy. I'm like, who's my boy? He's like, you know, you're a Bud Crawford fan. I was like, yeah, you don't know me, dog. He's like, no, I don't know. We was sopping up 3 years ago. No, I only been on YouTube for a year. What are you talking about?
That's where you messed. That's where he messed up at, dummy. 3 years. He was just somebody trolling. Yeah, that's all. Trolling. Had you would have went along with it, you would have made yourself look crazy. Had you would have went along with it, he was trolling.
That's one thing about me. I'm not gonna lie. If I like a person, I like a person. If I don't, I don't. I tell you. No, you got the wrong person. I'm not a Bud Crawford fan.
One of y'all will come on here and tell me y'all was talking to me 3 years ago, 2 years ago. I remember everybody I talked to. Rather if I haven't talked to you in a while or if I'm not cool with you anymore. I remember everybody. You can't come over here. I don't know why these dudes be thinking they can do that. Who they talking to? That's why y'all don't come over here trying me because y'all know I'm not with it.
Truthfully speaking, I'm not a fan of no boxer. Truthfully speaking,
that's why I say he don't know you. If he knew you, he wouldn't have said that. Because anybody that knows you or they need to get to know you, if they looking at your live, rather if it's live or whatever live you on, they're gonna know you not. It'd be a lot of these grown ass dudes out here just rolling.
You can go back to my very first live. My very first live was in December of 2020, or might have been 2021 was my first live ever. And it was like, I believe it was like December 6th, December 12th. December 12th, I think, was my first live. December 12th of 2021. It was even 2021. I think December 12th, 2021 was my first live I've ever done. The very first live I've ever done. I still had dreads and everything. That's how long ago it was. I still had dreads.
Wow. That's crazy.
You can go. My lives are still up. I didn't take no live down. They still up. My first live that I ever talk about was about the 135-pound weight class. That was the very first live I ever talked about, and it was I only did roughly. I think I did my live for like 35, 40 minutes because it was my first live. I had to get comfortable talking on YouTube. It was only like 35, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, you figure out how to put music on behind your background?
Yeah, I'm over here looking at it. Yeah, I'm over here looking. I'm about to
I just heard the music. I heard the music popping. I was like, oh, he figured out how to put music in.
You know what? I have because like I said, I'm going on 2 years. I'm getting ready to just put some music on. I wanted the intro and all that, but now it's like, just don't focus on that right now because I'm still playing around with YouTube. I was what I was looking at today. I was going to the YouTube studio, and I was telling myself, yo, you got to step your game up.
Hey, to be honest with you, up until I did these daggone draft, I just started learning how to do my own thumbnails. When I did those draft thumbnails, I just learned how to do the daggone thumbnails.
I want to do something like the way y'all do y'all thumbnails, but I ain't so creative, so I'll just be like, my thumbnails just be regular shits. They be regular.
No, I knew how to do it. I just didn't know what platform to go to do it on. I was like, damn, what platform can I do this joint on? So I can upload it to my page, because some of these joints you gotta go pay for and all this other stuff. I mean, majority of them you still gotta pay for, but I figure out how to do it where I don't have to pay for it. And so that's why I said I just started doing my own thumbnails.
I gotta figure out how to make it a little more live. But I was in the YouTube studio today, and I was like, yo, I'm paying attention to everything, the content. I'm looking at everything, and I'm just telling myself, like, yo, you gotta step it up, baby boy. You gotta step it up. But it's only so much you can do. But I'm like, yeah, you gotta step it up. Post and stuff. Like I did Ghostface joint yesterday.
Like I'm gonna show you, like this thumbnail right here, this one down here.
Yeah,
it's kind of blurry. You can't really see it because the
it's all good. I see a bit of it.
Yeah, but that joint right there, I took that picture from somebody on Instagram. The one above it, this one I did myself, and this one I did myself. But this one, I took somebody's picture.
Well, I get a lot of my pictures when you see me put up a boxes. It's easy. I go right to a lot of those pictures I keep in my photos, or I'll go to Facebook and put up the fighter's name, and then when I go to where it says photos, and grab them just like that. I know it can't be too fancy like everybody else does it. You know what I'm saying? Me, I just be old regular, but that's how I get a lot of my pictures.
Yeah, actually, I was wrong. My first live, it was 135-pound weight division. I said the 135-pound weight division rankings, but it was only 25 minutes. It wasn't 30 minutes. I said 30 or 40 minutes. It was 25 minutes, and that was 3 years ago. With my first live I've ever done. As a matter of fact, this is how you know it was my first live. Look at the picture. The daggone joint is blurry as hell. I was doing it on this computer. This joint, like I said, I still had dreads. Hold up.
That's crazy.
Get the fuck off my joint. I still had dreads.
Yo, why you look like you look like
when I turn my head, you can see my dreads. My dreads came like past my shoulders.
Oh, that's crazy. Wow.
I still had dreads in that picture.
Classic, y'all.
I'm gonna see if you can see the back of my dress, because I know one time my wife came in and I looked at her and I was like, you can't see I'm on the live. Right here. Look. You can see the back of my dreads right there.
Oh, that's crazy. That was Vicky you looked at when she came in?
Huh?
That was Vicky. That was
Hold on
Vicky.
one second.
What's up, y'all? Smash that like button, y'all. What up? Sunday night, we rocking. Yeah, I know usually I ain't even know it's Sunday night. I'm on the night talking to Brother Free.
That was a minute ago. That was a minute ago.
I have to go. I don't even remember my first live I did on. Matter of fact, I do have the first live. It's the first live I did it with you. I got that live. I got that live when you was walking me through it, but I had got it. And I was like, oh shit, I'm on YouTube. I was like, I'm here. I made it. It's dope though, man. I'm stepping it up though as much as I can. It's a lot of shit, but I'm gonna get it though. It takes time.
I'm trying to think. Is anybody going live tonight? I don't know. Like Sundays usually be my night where I could just chill.
Yeah, only reason why I picked 7:15 is because I was still in the bed. I went to church earlier. I really, be honest with you, I would have been live at 3 or 4 o'clock, but I needed time to relax. So I was like, you know what? I don't know who else is gonna be on. Let me do it now because I know tomorrow I might not be live tomorrow morning. Might not be no morning chop up tomorrow. I don't know. I could change my mind before that. No, I don't think I am. I got some running around to do tomorrow, and plus this week is fight week. So this whole week, except for Friday, they're gonna be at the Manhattan Center for the joint this week. So I never got no credential for it, so I guess I have to go in as a fan, which is cool. They got the grand arrival and all that. I might catch all that though on my channel, make it look dope. So that would be dope. That'd be great content from Monday to Thursday to have. So I might go over there and do a little of that after taking care of my business. All that starts about 5, 6 o'clock. So I'm like, all right, it's gonna be a busy week for me. Me taking care of my business, and I'm gonna run over there and grab some of that content. It'll help though.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna go live because that kills the battery, and that shit come out too blurry. But I'm gonna record it in as much as I can, throw it up there. It's gonna be a lot of people, so I know I gotta make sure when I do go, I go at a decent time because it's gonna be bananas. But we're going. I didn't never get into the Devin Haney and Ramirez. I'm gonna go ahead and do them too. I'll probably do them on Tuesday. Got to everybody else, but I never got to them.
Yeah, I'm just sitting out here grinding. I got to do these videos for the NFL.
Yeah, I got more stuff I got to work on because I'm really trying to push for my channel. I got to push. Get these numbers up. That's why I got to start going to a lot of these events and all that. I got to get these numbers up, man. I'm just waiting for May to get here. May is gonna be such an important month because there's so much going on. I'm getting ready to do a big Mother's Day special on here where I want Miss Phil's, Tay. I'm gonna try to get a few ladies on here.
Yeah, I gotta
get ready to start working on it this week.
I gotta get my watch hours up because
I gotta get my subscribers up.
I mean, I'm closing in on 1,000 subscribers, but I need to get my watch hours up.
I think I'm too bored for people, but it's okay though. Y'all will get used to me. I ain't going nowhere. Y'all gonna have to get used to me. I guess they figure we thought this was just a all boxing channel, and here it is. This guy comes on in the morning being positive. Yeah, well, it is what it is.
Right now, I'm at. It was at 8. Yeah, I'm at 879 subscribers.
Yeah, man. I go over there, subscribe to my brother Free AVO.
That's mainly because I ain't been doing no constant lives and videos, but football season is back. I'm about to be back at it, so it's about to be videos and live streams dropping damn almost every day.
I'm about to get into a little bit of what my Knicks is doing, so just to change it up a little bit. But this week is this week is on, man. It's on and popping this week.
Actually, I think I might drop like 3 or 4 videos out tomorrow during the day. One probably come out in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and 1 in the evening for the top four picks. I think I'm gonna do every pick for the first round. I'm gonna do a video for every pick of the first round, only the first round. I'm not gonna do every round, but only the first round. I'm gonna do every pick. I'm gonna do a video on each individual, what their stats is, and how do I feel that they can contribute to that new team.
Yeah, I might have to. I know I say I'll take Saturdays, Sundays off, but I'm getting to a point where I got to get back into getting shit on Saturdays and Sundays. I know Saturdays is really the time I'll fall back. Like, no, unless somebody says, let's do something, then I'll be like, all right, as far as an interview, I know I'm going to get more interviews with these fighters that I have to do. I want to get back to that. Like I said, I got a dope female amateur. I gotta actually reach out to her either tonight or tomorrow. But I know tomorrow night she'll be coming on, dope girl, and I'm trying to get a lot more of the youth on. And a few more coaches and all that. I got a few coaches I reached out to. I got a new coach I just met out. When I introduced myself, he from VA. He doing the show August 2nd out in VA. I'm gonna try my best to get out there for that Emily show. But so yeah, and we still working on August 16th, man. So you know what I mean. Which that's gonna be crazy. So yeah, I just got to get it up the best way I can. Go back in these gyms. I need to start running up in these gyms on Saturday. See, but this week is gonna be the icebreaker because like for the grand arrival and the media workout, I'm gonna pop up for all that. Rather if I got credentials or not, I'm still gonna bring my camera in there. I was gonna be petty about it and be like, man, they don't give me credentials. I ain't doing none of that shit. But if it's open, it's open for the fans.
I think this go around for the meet and greet. I think the other family members might come, but I know Dream is coming. He already said, when we going back to New York?
You said the other family members. What other family members?
His sister and his mother.
Okay, they're welcome. As long as they leave the weapons at home, they're welcome.
Oh yeah, I know Dream, but he definitely.
I don't want them shooting no trees down in the Bronx. Yeah, they more than welcome to come. Now that right there is exactly what I'm talking about.
Talk to Dream. That's his mother talking to Dream.
Damn it, man. Yeah, no, they more than welcome to come, brother. We're working on giving guys, we're working on giving gifts out and all that. We got a few games we're gonna be playing. We're gonna make it a little more interesting than what we did. And I'm getting an earlier start than what I got last year. So me and Tiffany just talk about it.
Yeah, but let me take this dog out.
Yeah, let me get up out of here. I can't be on here too long, but y'all be live tomorrow.
Yeah,
right?
most definitely.
Well, see you tomorrow then.
All right,
bro. Later.
Later.